Get a little closer.
You're on there.
Ready? All right, here we go. Now we're going to go over the top position. Okay, in wrestling, you got 3 phases. You got neutral, you have top and bottom. We just went over the bottom. Now we're going to go over the top. A couple little bitty things here, some little subtle issues there that give you an advantage. We always want our guys to have an advantage. Okay, so sometimes we do things a little bit differently. And so if Steve-O's down, your guy's down, then we have our guys stand over here to the right, and they're standing there close. It's kind of it's a little discomforting for the bottom wrestler, because usually people stand way back in the back. But you're right here. You're letting him know I'm here to wrestle. This is my house. So you're right here, close by, ready to take hold. Okay? And plus, this guy, the bottom guy, sees him on the right side. Most people wrestle on the left side. So while he's on the right side, he's thinking, oh my goodness, I got to do my move from the opposite side. So his mind's working, even though they can't see that or understand that in the stands. Then the referee will say, bottom man set. He'll acknowledge, yes sir, head up and down. We'll say, top man take hold. So when John goes around on the other side, now this young man is fried, because he was thinking about his move over there. You take hold quickly and you're ready to go. But we'll slow down here and show you how we take hold. Okay, different states have different rules there. Some states that you come with the hand last. So if yours is different, then just do whatever you have to do. But we'll come out here, we're on the left side, so we have our left knee by the bottom man's left knee. Our right leg is up behind him. It's up, okay, not touching him. And there's a imaginary line going all the way back there, so your leg can't be straddled over. Show them what a straddle like. Your leg is not supposed to be over there. Some officials don't catch it, but you're supposed to be that imaginary line. So your leg's back there. If you're on the left side, we're going to put our left ear in the middle of his back. That'll keep from getting whacked in the mouth. Some guys will have their head over on the side, and then some guys will come back with a stand-up or whatever, and they'll whack you in the nose, a little blood time. So we'll avoid that. We're putting our left ear right in the middle of his back. Now, we can't see the official. That's the drawback of that, but that's okay. Okay, there's give and take here. So our right arm goes around his belly button, around his navel, and it's mashing through his stomach. You're trying to mash your own chest. So that's another thing that's discomforting. When you step on the mat with a Piper wrestler, we want it to be uncomfortable for you. So when you wrestle a guy, you want it to be uncomfortable. You want it to be the worst day of his life. You want to run to his mama. So, oh, this was such a bad experience. Okay, so that's part of it, putting the pressure on him there. Then your left hand comes out on the elbow, and your thumb's behind the elbow. You start out front, and you twist it around a little bit. Okay, get a good tight grip. So you got a good grip on his elbow, you're tight around his waist, it's very uncomfortable, and then you're ready to wrestle. Okay, so the referee will blow the whistle, and there's all kinds of breakdowns, all kinds of things you're going to do on top. I've talked to a lot of people about a lot of different things over the years, and so I'm a believer in staying on your feet at least 75–80% of the time. I talked to a guy named John Smith, Oklahoma State head coach, and he said he talked about being on your feet at least 75% of the time. And so the John Smiths, the Dan Gables, the Brands at Iowa, people like that, Cale Sanderson, Pitt State, these guys are dominant on their feet. So that's a good place to be. Go ahead and take hold, guys. If you're going to be on top, let's say there's 10 seconds left and you want to turn the guy, we never say ride a guy out. That connotates stalling. We are going to say we're going to turn the guy, so you're on top. So just a couple quick breakdowns, but I realize there's a whole bunch of breakdowns, and we won't spend a lot of time with breakdowns. We're going to show pinning combinations. Okay. So the first thing we're going to show you is a far ankle, far knee. So what John would do on that is he would drop down, he would take his left hand, his right hand would get to the far ankle. Once you turn this way a little bit, Steve-O. Turn this way. There you go. There you go. So John's right ankle, right hand gets the right ankle, his left hand drops down and gets his far knee. Hence we call it far ankle, far knee. John lowers his upper body. You're ready to play football. Okay? And he's going to block that knee and block the elbow, and he's going to drive Steve-O at a 45-degree angle. And he's going to be possibly able to throw a blind half here. A blind half is where you're not looking at it, but yet you throw it. So he's going to do it slowly for you guys here. So he's got the pressure. He's going to drive, and then he goes down the side and throws a half. Even though he doesn't have to, you don't have to look at a half. A lot of guys think you have to look at a half. You don't have to look at a half. We're calling this a blind half, where you throw the half, you take him at a 45-degree. And if you take his near leg and lift it up, if he's made out of human stuff, he's going to go to his back. Okay? So one more time, we'll do far ankle, far knee. Do a little slower, guys. I'll blow the whistle, it'll go far ankle, far knee. There, drive him down, throw a half as he's going down. If you're the bottom guy, you'd be looking away. Steve-O's going in his back. He doesn't usually do that. Okay, rolling his base. There we go. So that's a breakdown. The other breakdown is a near arm chop. There's a bunch of ways of doing that as well, but we'll just show you one way here. Like, he's going to take his left arm and chop at the elbow, and then he's got almost like a little tight waist type of thing going. His left knee is going to, John's left knee is going to block Steve-O's left knee. He's going to break him down to the near side, and then come over on top of him. Don't break him down and then go to your back. Okay, that's very dangerous. There are some tilts out of that, and I'm scared of those things. Okay, unless you have unbelievable balance. You're doing a bunch of tilts, a good guy can come over on top of you and cause you a lot of problems. Okay? But he broke him down, now he's ready to work something on tops. So we've shown you far ankle, far knee, and we showed you near chop. There's strap rides, there's all kinds of spiral rides, all kinds of crazy leg things you can do. So I'm a believer that if you do something that no one else is doing, you can have yourself an advantage. So whatever everybody else is doing in your area, if you can pick out something, you can either look on YouTube or wherever, or go to a camp or a clinic and do that, then you'll have an advantage. But if everybody's doing the same thing, the guy that's older, bigger, stronger, more experienced is going to generally have the advantage. Okay? So now we're going to work on once you've broken them down. So Steve was going to get flat. We're going to show you a bar and a half first. Okay? He's flat on his belly. If you break him down, flat on his belly. Now you can break him down off a takedown. I believe in feet to back type of thing. Cutting out the middleman, so he's completely flat on his belly. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a bar and a half. Now I've watched several guys be tremendous with a bar and a half. It's a simple move, but if you do it right and you have the right attitude with it and you go hard with it, it's a very effective move. I've seen great guys. I remember Great Plains back in like 1981 up in Nebraska, seeing Joe Corso. He was on, I think, the 80 Olympic team. He wrestled for Purdue, and he would hurt people with a bar and a half. Oh my goodness, it looked like child abuse out there. Also, Les Gatrell, who wrestled with us at Central Missouri. He's a two-time NCAA third place winner, and he was spectacular with a bar and a half. That was all he had. It's on top, and it was very effective. So we're going to show you how to do a bar and a half. One way how to do a bar and a half. Okay. First of all, if John's on the left side, you guys get set down there too, so you're ready to go. Get on the left side. John's on the left side. He's going with the near side. With the far side, he's going to put a bar in, a bar arm. So he comes underneath Steve-O's right shoulder and grabs the wrist with all 5 fingers. And he pulls that wrist under. That's his post, and we've taken that away. So he's got nothing out here to stop him. Now Steve-O can use his right leg as a tripod to stop him, taking him to the right. So you don't, on most of the tilts and turns, which we're not going to go over a bunch of them, but on most of the turns, chicken wings, things like that, you're not going to take them straight across. You're going to take them at a 45 degree. Some people are so rude and crude enough, they take them at 90. We don't teach it. That's just lawlessness there. That's UFC stuff. So we're going to take him at a 45 degree angle. Okay? So he's got the bar in. Now he puts in a half with his left hand. He comes underneath his left shoulder, and he opens his fingers and palms the head. Now when I first started wrestling way back in 1973, we would put our arm around the neck. And a lot of wrestlers, that's all they do. That's all I knew. Okay? But a good wrestler, you put your hand around his neck, he can use that and stop that much easier than he can if you palm his head, open those fingers, and palm his head like a grapefruit or a basketball. Now John's going to play a little LeBron. I don't know what LeBron's going to do tonight. But anyways, got that head palm, and then you're going to take your left arm, John's going to take his left elbow and use it like a rudder and make Steve-O's elbow come as close to touching his head as possible. That's going to put him in a weakened position. That's what you guys are going to be doing here in a little bit. Okay? So see how far his elbow is away? Use your elbow to make his elbow touch his head. And once you get to here, we're going to take and turn Steve-O at a 45 degree angle. We're going to take him to about right here. He's going to stop at 90. Boom. For video purposes, we're going to stop at a 90 degree where he's straight up and down. Now from here is where the thing changes. If you have long arms, then you can keep your bar with your right arm. Keep that bar, because when you put him over on his back, you've got control of his hand, and it makes it hard for him to try to get up and fight off his back. It just gives you a little bit more leverage, more balance, that type of thing. But if you have short arms, once you get to 90, you pull that right arm out of there because you'll get too far off balance. And then you sink your half in deep, you drop your shoulders, and you get on top and your chest to chest. And if you can get a good grip around his chin and grab his chin, that's an elbow deep type of half, that's a great thing to have also. You're going to turn his head, lift his head up, and you spread out and you look up, and that's how you get your pin out of that situation. There's different things you do with your hands. Some people lift the leg up, some people just use it as a post. Okay, that's from a half on the left side. And we're going to go over here with Pierce and Corey, and we're going to Pierce is going to be on the right side. So we're going to go over here, or do you want to have him come over here? Come over here, guys. Corey's in trouble. He worked hard, but Pierce got him. So go ahead and get down flat. It's Corey Mann. You got Pierce Holyfield here. Pierce is on the right side. We're going to show the same move, the bar and a half, but only on the opposite side. You don't have to do all your moves on opposite sides, but some people happen to be more comfortable on this side, and if you are, that's fine. So Pierce has a bar arm with his left arm. So he went over Corey's left shoulder and he grabbed the wrist. With all 5 of his fingers, he's going to suck that bar in tight. And he's going to take Corey at a 45 degree. You see how Pierce has his fingers around the head, palm that head like a grapefruit or like a basketball, a little Dwayne Wade in there. Even though he didn't have the same color hair that Dwayne had, he got those fingers palmed. Now he's out to the side, he's off his knees, he's got pressure on. Always want to keep pressure on your opponent. When you're on top, you got pressure down there. You're fatiguing your opponent. So now what Pierce is going to do slowly, he's going to take Corey and bring him at 45 degrees. He's going to stop at 90. He's got Corey at 90 degrees. Okay. Now Pierce has long arms, so we're going to pretend like, and it probably the match you do the same thing. We're going to pretend like he's got long arms. He's going to keep the bar with his left arm. Now you probably won't be able to see it until the very end. I'll show it to you. But Pierce is going to keep the bar as he turns Corey on his back. Now hang on there. He's going to make his elbow, make Corey's elbow touch his ear. There you go. So use that elbow as a rudder. Now he's got to see how Pierce getting a little high. He's going to suck his weight back a little bit, and you're going to put the half an elbow deep and put him on his back and keep the bar. Put him on his back, keep the bar, and then look up, look up. See, you guys can turn so you can see Corey's out. You get the bar. Turn the other way. Stop right there. See where Pierce's bar? He's still got the bar right there, and that makes it tougher on Corey there to fight about it. So keep the bar if you can. All right, that's a bar and a half. Good job, guys.